Okay. Yes, it is. And we're rolling the ball up and down. And across the knuckles. And in the palm. And the pad of pinky and the thumb. And let's take the ball in one hand and do the fingers. So it's the thumb and index finger pressing. Middle finger. Ring finger. And pinky as best you can. And we'll move it to the other hand. Index. Of course, if you wanted to do it the other way, starting with the pinky, be my guess. Doesn't matter. I'm at the middle finger. Ring finger. And moving on to the last, in my case, the pinky. And let's throw the ball up or to someone if you have someone with you. Varying height, speed, tempo, direction, and all of that. Trying to trick yourself. And I succeeded. Three, two, one. Ball goes on the floor. We assess how the feet feel on the floor, the relationship of the ankles, knees, and hips to the rest of the body, and step on the ball 3 times. Right in the middle of the foot. Move it up to the knuckles and press down once going across. Rotate on the heel across the knuckles. And bring the ball to the middle of the foot and wiggle the toes. Bring the ball to the crease between the knuckles and the toes and scrunch into the ball. Release and separate the toes. Scrunch again. And bring it to the middle. Wiggle. Roll the ball down each of the bones. And scribble. Three, two, one. Let go. Reassess. And move the ball to the other foot. Pressing down. Knuckles. Scooting it across. Bring it to the middle of the foot. Wiggling the toes. crunching, separating, crunching, wiggling, rolling down the bones, and scribbling. A whole bunch of germs. 3, 2, 1. Get the ball out of the way. Reassess how you're feeling. And shake the tree. Three, 2, 1. Center. Nice breath. And twisted waist, swinging the arms. And center. We'll do the Michael Wynn energy grounding exercise. Your feet are about hip width apart, and just go back and forth, putting all the weight on one side, using your hip flexors, and then the other. Pushing into the ground. And slowly beginning to move those hands. And then coming up, as your hand comes up on the side, put your hand comes up and then back down, come up on your toes. As best you can, maybe you're just lifting a little bit, that's fine. And start moving a little bit wider and a little bit higher. And move right into a march or a jog. So today we're going to do the standing core exercises without a stick. That's where we swing the legs back and forth and sideways and in the back and do some external rotations of the knee and so on. So do whatever you want to do here to get the heart rate going, including doing exactly what you're doing. I think I will sprint today. 25 seconds left. And the after class is Five Tibetans. So, we get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. That's 20. And 25. 2 deep breaths. Interlacing the fingers, bring them up overhead, reaching up. Standing back if you can. Come forward and to one side. And then the other. Center and come down slowly. Pressing out. Really separate those shoulder blades. And come down. Hands interlaced behind the back. Raise the arms up. A little higher. Come on down and shrug. And roll back. And forward. Cross the arm, right below the neck, and press on the elbow. And the other arm. Behind the back. Pressing down. Other arm. Extend the first arm and pull back on the fingers. Point them down. Flop. And then the other arm. Fingers up. And down. And flop. Extend the arms out and rotate. Go the other way. One palm is down, one palm is up, and flip and flop. Let's rotate the neck. And go the other direction. Use the shoulder. Nod. And look up. Look down. Over one shoulder. And then the other. We'll do a side lunge. Switch weight to the other side. And let's grab a stick. We're going to do the gym stick routine, and we will get the hamstrings, calves, hip flexors, quads, and all of that with the gym stick, as it's called today, rather than the booyah stick. Let's go behind. Whoops, the leg gets me every time. And switch directions. Keep the stick behind you, arms are raised, and oscillate back and forth. Bring the stick down, across the back, put one foot forward, and let's twist, and let's keep twisting today, back and forth. Put that foot back, bring the other foot forward, and twist again. Bring the feet together, drop the stick to just above the knees on the back of the thighs. Bring your hands to the front, hinge at the waist, and lift up. And then bring the stick out in front, put it in front of you, hinge at the waist, stretch those shoulders. Bring one arm to the opposite shoulder as you move the stick across your body and pull. Switch hands, move the stick to the other side, hinge at the waist, other hand is on the shoulder and pull. Bring the stick to the side at an angle into the side of your foot. Top hand is pushing away, bottom hand is pulling towards you. Same thing down below on the other side. Down below. And then bring one foot forward, put the stick behind the heel, calf, thigh, glutes. Hinge into that. leg, keeping your spine in neutral, stretching the hamstring. Come back up, other foot comes forward, stick goes behind it, hinge at the waist. And come up. Bring the calf of one foot against the stick and cross it into the stick. The calf, I don't mean the calf, the bottom of the foot to stretch the calf. Oh, yeah. And then the other foot. And then bring the stick in front to one side, step back with one leg and stretch the hip flexors. Come back up, stretch the other side. And come back up. Pick up one foot by the shin, ankle, or toes, and stretch the quads. And then the other, switching hands with the stick. Put that foot down, bring the other foot up in front. And hinge at the waist slightly, stretching your hips, glutes, side. Come back up, other leg. And come back up. Stick in front. Let's go up on our toes for 15 seconds. 10. And then back on our heels. 15. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, we'll go right into the standing core. You could use a stick if you want. We're going to be kicking in front to start. We're going to be kicking back, so on and so forth. If you don't need a stick, you might want to stand next to a wall or in front of a chair that you can catch yourself on. However you do it, start slow, try to increase the kick a little bit as you move along. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then the other. And 10. We're going to go behind. We're going to keep the knees locked. Just go straight back. If you hold on to the stick. 9 and 10. And 10. And now we're going to come across, tap, and go back. 1, 2, 6, and 10. And now we're going to kick back. 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, and 10. Other leg. Nine and 10. Externally rotating the knee. Again, as always, start slow. See what you can build up to. Holding onto a stick or side of a chair if you need to. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then the other. Now you want to keep your core tight as we go knee to elbow. Now, if you have a stick, do the same knee 10 times and then switch the stick and do the other one. If not, try to come across. Core is engaged. 6, 7, 10. And finally, we're going to do a one-legged balance. I suggest you try this first with, we've done it before, but we haven't done it in a while. Do it with a stick in your hand and just come back. Chip on the way here. Come back with your leg and this come back up. 2, you can hold on to a counter or a chair that's solid with both hands if you want. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and only go as far as feel safe. 9, 10, switching hands. And 10. Excellent. We will put the stick down and rub our hands together. Cultivating chi. And forming a chi ball. Let it dance you around as the ball expands and contracts and the weight shifts from one foot to the other like water flowing. And center, 2 deep breaths. And we open our hearts. And on this round, hold. And exhale and send it out. Center. 2 breaths. And bring down chi from above. And going down, gathering it up. And aha. Namaste. Hey, Suzanne, how are you?
Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome, Mira. Jonathan, Don, Richard. Good morning to you all. So, yes, it is a Five Tibetans Day.
I was actually there at the beginning for a change.
I'm sorry, I missed you.
I came in right
I
at
can
the
only
bottom.
see so many on the side of my screen.
Hal was talking.
All right, I'm going to switch cameras. Remind you that for the Five Tibetans, if you want to do a modified version, just twist at the waist and swing your arms. Otherwise, let's do up to 11 spins. And take 2 deep breaths when you get done. Gather your balance back. And I'm going to switch cameras and join you on the floor. So hands can be by your side, or as with the McGill exercises, under your lumbar region if you have issues back there, under your head if you have issues with your neck. Soles of the feet are on the floor in the modified version. In the unmodified, they're extended. Now, in the Tibetans, you do come up off the floor a little bit more than with the McGill, still using the core to bring yourself up. But if you do have back issues, then just come up as much as you do with McGill, just an inch. Soles of the feet come off the floor at the same time in the modified version. I'll do 6 modified, 5 of the regular, starting now. And 11. Take 2 breaths. And we'll get on our knees. Hands behind the thighs or on the glutes. You can bend back at the knee if you have scoliosis or other spinal issues. Otherwise, bend back, extend, and come forward. That's 2. And 11. Two breaths. And we're going to sit down. You can have your hands by your side with fingers facing forward, which is the normal way, but some people find it easier to put them behind the back with the fingers facing away. Soles of the feet can be on the floor in the modified version. As you come up into an inverted table, unmodified, the feet are extended, and you come up. And that would be 1, 2, 10, and 11. Take a couple of breaths. And we get on all fours. Again, 2 ways to do this. You can start on all fours and go up into a cat. Or you can start in a down dog and come into an up dog. I'll do 6 and 5, starting with the modified version. 1, And here's 11. Come around, cross our legs, sit down, relax, take a couple of breaths. However feels comfortable for you today. We will rotate at the waist, either sitting up or bending over. 6 times in one direction, 5 in the other. Then we switch the legs. Do it again. Ready? 1. And when you're done with that, switch the legs. What was in front goes on the back, and what was on top goes on the bottom. We'll do 5 in the original direction, 6 in the reverse, pausing on the last round to stretch out in front and do some breathing as we stretch. 5 in the first direction and 6 in the reverse. All right, I'm stretching out in front. I'm going to breathe into the count of 4 and breathe out to the count of 6 2 times. Move over to the left knee, do the same thing. 2, 4, 6 breaths. And then the right knee. And coming up, side down.
Thank you, Tom.
Hey, you're welcome, Hal.
Thank you, Tom. Have a great
You're welcome, Suzanne. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
All right, have a great day.
Tom,
Yes,
Thanks, Tom.
Richard. Take care, Jonathan. And Ava and Yo. I trust everything's good over there.
Tom.
Take care, Richard.